Hi everyone. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I will update you every day for the NBA standings, game results, and NBA schedule for 2025 to 2026 regular season. Let's go. For Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons still dominates the first spot with a standing of 17 wins and 5 losses. The second spot is the New York Knicks with 14 wins and 7 losses. The third spot is the Toronto Raptors with 15 wins and 8 losses. The fourth spot is the Miami Heat with 14 wins and 8 losses. The fifth spot is the Boston Celtics with 13 wins and 9 losses. The sixth spot is the Orlando Magic with 13 wins and 9 losses. The seventh spot is the Philadelphia 76ers with 12 wins and 9 losses. The eighth spot is the Cleveland Cavaliers 76ers with 13 wins and 10 losses. The ninth spot is the Atlanta Hawks with 13 wins and 10 losses. The 10th spot is the Milwaukee Bucks with 10 wins and 13 losses. The 11th spot is the Chicago Bulls with 9 wins and 12 losses. The 12th spot is the Charlotte Hornets with 6 wins and 16 losses. The 13th spot is the Brooklyn Nets with 5 wins and 17 losses. The 14th spot is the Indiana Pacers with 4 wins and 18 losses. And for the 15th spot is the Washington Wizards with 3 wins and 18 losses. And for the Western Conference, the Oklahoma Thunder still dominates the first spot with a standing of 21 wins and single losses. The second spot is the Los Angeles Lakers with 16 wins and 5 losses. The third spot is the Houston Rockets with 14 wins and 5 losses. The fourth spot is the San Antonio Spurs with 15 wins and 6 losses. The fifth spot is the Denver Nuggets with 15 wins and 6 losses. The sixth spot is the Minnesota Timberwolves with 14 wins and 8 losses. The seventh spot is the Phoenix Suns with 13 wins and 9 losses. The eighth spot is the Golden State Warriors with 11 wins and 12 losses. The ninth spot is the Memphis Grizzlies with 9 wins and 13 losses. The 10th spot is the Portland Trail Blazers with 9 wins and 13 losses. The 11th spot is the Utah Jazz with 8 wins and 13 losses. The 12th spot is the Dallas Mavericks with 8 wins and 15 losses. The 13th spot is the Los Angeles Clippers with 6 wins and 16 losses. The 14th spot is the Sacramento Kings with 5 wins and 17 losses. And for the 15th spot is the New Orleans Pelicans with 3 wins and 20 losses. For today's game results, and in the first game, the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Golden State Warriors without Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler with the score of 99-98. And here are the box score for Philadelphia 76ers. Tyrese Maxey leading the game with 35 points, 3 boards, and 2 assists. The second leading scorer is Quentin Grimes with 12 points, 5 boards, and 6 assists. The third leading scorer is Joel Embiid with 12 points and 6 boards, while the fourth leading scorer for the Philadelphia 76ers is VJ Edgecombe with 10 points and 6 boards. And here are the box score for Golden State Warriors. Pat Spencer leading the game with 16 points, 4 boards, and 4 assists. The second leading scorer is Buddy Hield with 14 points, 8 boards, and 2 assists. The third leading scorer is DeAnthony Melton with 14 points, 1 board, and 3 assists, while the fourth leading scorer for the Golden State Warriors is Moses Moody with 14 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists. For the second game, the Boston Celtics beat the Washington Wizards with the score of 146-101. And here are the box score for the Boston Celtics. Derek White leading the game with 30 points, 7 boards, and 9 assists. The second leading scorer is Jordan Walsh with 22 points, 7 boards, and 3 assists. The third leading scorer is Peyton Pritchard with 20 points, 6 boards, and 8 assists, while the fourth leading scorer for the Boston Celtics is Neemias Queta with 17 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists. And here are the box score for Washington Wizards. CJ McCollum leading the game with 22 points, 2 boards, and 3 assists. The second leading scorer is Chris Middleton with 16 points, 3 boards, and 4 assists. The third leading scorer is Keyshawn George with 15 points, 3 boards, and single assist, while the fourth leading scorer for the Washington Wizards is Tristan Vukcevic with 10 points, 4 boards, and 1 assist. For the third game, the Los Angeles Lakers beat the Toronto Raptors with a score of 123-120 by the end-game buzzer-beater shot of Rui Hachimura. And here are the box score for the Los Angeles Lakers. Austin Reeves leading the game with 44 points, 5 boards, and 10 assists. The second leading scorer is DeAndre Ayton with 17 points and 8 boards. The third leading scorer is Jake LaVaria with 14 points and 7 boards, while the fourth leading scorer for the Los Angeles Lakers is Rui Hachimura with 12 points and 3 boards. And here are the box score for Toronto Raptors. Scotty Barnes leading the game with 23 points, 11 boards, and 9 assists. The second leading scorer is Brandon Ingram with 20 points, 7 boards, and 7 assists. The third leading scorer is Kobe Walter with 17 points, 3 boards, and 2 assists, while the fourth leading scorer for the Toronto Raptors is Emmanuel Quickley with 13 points, 1 board, and 5 assists. For the fourth game, the Utah Jazz beat the Brooklyn Nets with a score of 123-110. And here are the box score for the Utah Jazz. Lauri Markkanen leading the game with 30 points, 8 boards, and 1 assist. The second leading scorer is Keno George with 29 points, 5 boards, and 10 assists. The third leading scorer is Kyle Filipowski with 15 points, 8 boards, and 5 assists, while the fourth leading scorer for the Utah Jazz is Walter Clayton with 13 points, 3 boards, and 3 assists. And here are the box score for Brooklyn Nets. Noah Clowney leading the game with 29 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists. The second leading scorer is Zaire Williams with 23 points and single assists. The third leading scorer is Daniel Wolf with 17 points, 9 boards, and 3 assists, while the fourth leading scorer for the Brooklyn Nets is Nick Claxton with 12 points, 9 boards, and 4 assists. For the fifth and final game, the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the New Orleans Pelicans with a score of 125-116. And here are the box score for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Julius Randle leading the game with 28 points, 9 boards, and 3 assists. The second leading scorer is Naz Reid with 19 points, 7 boards, and 6 assists. The third leading scorer is Rudy Gobert with 15 points, 12 boards, and 3 assists, while the fourth leading scorer for the Minnesota Timberwolves is Dante DiVincenzo with 15 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists. And here are the box score for New Orleans Pelicans. Trey Murphy III leading the game with 21 points, 7 boards, and 8 assists. The second leading scorer is Saddiq Bey with 20 points, 6 boards, and 1 assist. The third leading scorer is Jeremiah Fears with 20 points, 7 boards, and 6 assists, while the fourth leading scorer for the New Orleans Pelicans is Bryce McGowens with 15 points, 3 boards, and 5 assists. For the last portion, here are the game schedule for tomorrow, December 6th, 2025, at Saturday morning. For the first game at 8 a.m., it's Boston Celtics against the Los Angeles Lakers. For the second game at 8 a.m., it's Orlando Magic against the Miami Heat. For the third game at 8:30 a.m., it's Cleveland Cavaliers against the San Antonio Spurs. For the fourth game at 8:30 a.m., it's Toronto Raptors against the Charlotte Hornets. For the fifth game at 8:30 a.m., it's Atlanta Hawks against the Denver Nuggets. For the sixth game at 8:30 a.m., it's New York Knicks against the Utah Jazz. For the seventh game at 8:30 a.m., it's Detroit Pistons against the Portland Trail Blazers. For the eighth game at 9 a.m., it's Memphis Grizzlies against the Los Angeles Clippers. For the ninth game at 9 a.m., it's Houston Rockets against the Phoenix Suns. For the 10th game at 9 a.m., it's Milwaukee Bucks against the Philadelphia 76ers. For the 11th game at 9 a.m., it's Chicago Bulls against the Indiana Pacers. For the 12th and final game at 10:30 a.m., it's Oklahoma City against the Dallas Mavericks.